Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Heru Siswanto. I'm from PBA1 and I will answer the question. Question number 1. Please mention and explain briefly the components of communication process. There are 6 points. The first is context. Every communication proceeds with context. This context may be physical, social, chronological, or cultural. The second is sender or encounter. Sender or encounter is a person who sends the message. A sender makes use of symbol, words, or graphic or visual aids to convey the message and produce the required response. Point number 3 is message. Message is a key idea that sender wants to communicate. Communication process begin with deciding about a message to be conveyed. It must be ensured that the main objective of message is clear. Point number 4 is medium. The sender must choose an appropriate medium for transmitting the message, else the message might not be conveyed to the desired recipient. The choice of appropriate medium of communication is essential for making the message effective and correctly interpreted by the recipient. Point number 5 is recipient or decoder. The degree which message the decoder can understand is dependent upon various factors such as knowledge of recipient, their responsiveness to message, and the reliance of encoder on decoder. And the last point is feedback. Feedback is the main component of communication process as it permits the sender to analyze the efficacy of message. Question number 2. Why do humans need a language? Language are the only way humans can communicate with each other and the nature. Language is a necessity of human. If you buy any change thing, what about animal and plants? They don't have a language. The answer is simply they actually do communicate, but humans are incapable of understanding them because of limited linguistic frequency we have. Language are divided into two types, verbal and non-verbal. Verbal language contains the spoken language we have today. Question number 3. Please give your opinion about the periods, Dutch periods, Japanese periods, and independence periods of teaching in Indonesia. Which one do you think the best English teaching period? Okay, in my opinion, Dutch periods English was compulsory subject given 3 or 4 times a week, plentiful books, and teacher we will paid. And in the end, the third year student have have written an oral exam. Japanese, Dutch, English was totally banned. The independence period, with the Japanese gone and Dutch books burnt, there was a considerable scarcity of English textbook and dictionary. I think the best English teaching period is the Dutch period. The Dutch period, TEFL, was taught from junior high school to the senior high school. English was compulsory subject given 3 or 4 times a week, plentiful books, and teachers were well paid. In the end, after years, students had to have written an oral exam. Question number 4. In your opinion, What is the status of English compared to Indonesia nowadays? Okay, in my opinion, the status of English in Indonesia is the language used as a key material for education. All school level in Indonesia apply English lesson. Why? Because English is international language. Even so, English is still very rare for people to charge as an vernacular. As an English education student, I only use English on campus, and that rare. The last question is, please explain briefly about the function of English in Indonesia. In Indonesia, it has applied language learning English as the graduation standards starting from elementary school to college. Of course, very useful. Remember the importance of having the ability to speak English. For example, if Indonesian students want to continue study, but to the condition is that they can speak English by mastering the language English. That make it easy communicate and build relationship with people from the country anywhere. In the business activity, learn, exchange ideas, introduction, and other. I think enough. And the last say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.